Vio here. Ignore the screaming girls in the background, like my neighbor's having like a party or something. Okay, today we're going to talk about Satellaknights. Satellaknights is an amazing deck. I personally think this deck will be right up there. This next format's going to be great. I'm going to talk about that in another video, so be expecting that really soon. I'm just going to really quickly explain all the cards that we have released. I have an entire list of everything on here that I'm going to try and go through really quick. So we've got the Satellaknight Sham, woohoo! Not the Satellaknight Sham, it's a Satellaknight Sham, woohoo! You gotta say it like that. It is a light warrior, like all the rest of them. Level 4, 1400 attack, 1800 defense. You can only use the effect of the Satellaknight Sham, woohoo! Once per turn. If this card is summoned, you can inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. The next one, Satellaknight Unikalahai. Light warrior, level 4, 1800, 1000. Don't try to pronounce that. You can only use this once per turn. If it's summoned, send one from your deck to the graveyard except for himself, which is great because it sets up your graveyard, which I just explained in the Delinquent Duo video. Satellaknight Altair, level 4, 1700 attack, 1300 defense. 1700 is the perfect number. You can only use the effect of this guy once per turn. If this card is summoned, you can target one Satellaknight monster in your graveyard except for itself, special summon it face-up defense position. If you activate this effect, monsters you control other than Satellaknight monsters cannot attack for the rest of the turn. Satellaknight Denab, 1500 attack, 1000 defense, level 4. You can only use the effect of Denab once per turn. If this card is summoned, add a Satellaknight from your deck to your hand except for himself. Satellaknight Vega, light warrior effect. Level 4, 1200 attack, 1600 defense. You can only use this once per turn. If this card is summoned, you can special summon a Satellaknight monster from your hand except for himself. And another one, Satellaknight Delentheros. This one's a rank 4 XYZ light warrior effect. 3 level 4 monsters. Well, this card has XYZ material. When you normal summon or special summon a monster, your opponent cannot activate card or effects. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card. Then target one card on the field, destroy it. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon a Satellaknight from your hand or deck. We're going to go on to Spells and Trap. Satellaknights, Star-Crossed Satellaknights. Quick play spell card. You can only activate one per turn. Target one Satellaknight monster you control. Special summon one Satellaknight monster with a different name from your deck. And if you do, shuffle that target into the deck. As long as the special summon monster is face up on the field, you cannot special summon monsters except for Satellaknight monsters. So, you shuffle one in your deck to get a different one, which is great because you can do lots of silly things. Moving on. Celestial Factor. Counter Trap card. When a spell trap card is activated, send one monster you control to the graveyard, negate the activation, and destroy it, and if you do, draw a card. So it says, Solemn Judgment to draw. Good. Moving on, Celestial Aura. Continuous trap card. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, you can special summon one monster from your hand. This is not bad at all. This deck is amazing. Okay, just going down the list again. We've got ourselves one that burn damages. We've got one that says you can add one from your deck to your hand. We've got one that special summons from your hand, one that special summons from your graveyard. We've got a Foolish, and we have also got an XYZ. At the same time, as we have a spell which lets you switch out the one that you don't need with one that you do, and you have a trap, Solemn Judgment. Not to mention the one that says, during my opponent's turn, I can get more plus. This deck has it all. This deck is going to be great, especially with the addition of the new Heroic Champion monster that says equip it with, or XYZ it with 5 cards, and this guy's invincible with 3000 attack, and the opponent cannot get rid of it, even with the Queen, because it's immune to card effects. This card, or this deck, works amazing. It has all the answers, all the plus, and everything about it is just amazing. If you haven't tried it, test it out. DevPro's up and got updates. Go to Dueling Network and it's all updated. This deck is just so good. Being them all warriors, you can use the warrior toolbox using Heroic Challenger Heck X. You can use the blade armor, and you can also use the fact that they're all light and go into different things like Star Legion Power Dynamo, or you can use the fact that you have Honest in your deck that you can use to make your just these guys buff. They all have decent stats and they constantly maintain hand and field and graveyard presence, which is something that you can't get in all decks. This deck's so good. This video was a lot more just trying to explain what all of them do, just so you understand the hype behind them. This is such a good deck. Some people are not going to run some of them, and, you know, I can understand that, but it is just such a good deck. Thank you for watching. Tell me what you think. If you want me to duel this deck, go right ahead and tell me. I'll make a list and upload it. There's a lot of, this deck's so cool. Thanks for watching. Yeah.